years and years ago, this is a news story, on the spot news story.
Mommy!
And we're in bed with Nan. Daddy used to make buns. And in the evening time, when I come home from school, there was Anne and Jenny and me and Ellen and Ben. We used to always go outside and find where the hens laid in their wild nests. And the wild hen nest to be outside, there could be 12 or 15 eggs in it. And you go outside and you come in, you'd always leave 2 or 3 more eggs in the nest. So when the hen would go out, what would the hen do?
Lay eggs.
Yeah, and she'd come back to the same nest. So we used to always make these things called apple tarts.
And the chickens
Yeah,
come out of the eggs.
yeah. And we used to make these apple tarts, and you'd get the eggs and the butter and the sugar, and you'd make the dough up. Then you get the apples and you'd peel them and you'd slice them all up, and we used to have a thing called a sherry wine bottle. That's all we had. We had nothing to roll the dough out, and we used this, and it was kind of wonky as well, or maybe it was port. And we'd roll the bottle out, and it was always on the side, and we'd roll it out, and then we'd put a layer down on the plate. Then we'd put the sliced apples on top of it, and then we'd sprinkle loads of sugar on top, and then we'd roll out a second piece and throw that on top. Then we'd get a knife and we'd cut around it. We'd hold the plate up and we'd click, 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 click all the way around it. I always remember the sound of the knife going around the plate. And then you get a fork, and you'd use the fork then now to press down the sides and leave the lovely lines around it. And then to make holes in it, then you'd get the fork and you'd prod the top of it so the steam would be able to come out when the apples would be cooking. And sometimes you might put a bit of butter on top, or an egg if you had it, to glaze the top of the apple tart, and you'd put it into the oven. And lads, you'd wait there for 20 minutes or half an hour, and you'd see the apple tart turning lovely and brown, and the apple tart would come out then, and you'd lay it down. Oh, lads, it'd be steaming hot. And one thing that we used to always do, I used to love doing, was I used to love the apple tart when it was cold. It was actually nicer when it was cold, I found, the next day or that evening. And you'd always get then, if you had it at all, custard or cream, and you'd have a slice of the cold apple tart with the cream beside it. Oh, it was yummy. It'd melt in your mouth. And the thing was, you'd nearly ate a whole apple tart by yourself because they were so yummy.
Daddy,
So you'd have to make 5 or 6. But one day I was making the apple tarts anyway, and Nanny, she was cooking it. Nanny had her wedding ring on. It was a gold wedding ring, and she was rolling it out, and she was mixing all the dough, and she made the apple tart. She was cleaning up, and she looked, Jesus, where's my wedding ring? Now the wedding ring was worth a lot of money, and she could not figure out where it was. And we said, we looked and we looked and we looked and we looked and we looked. And Jenny was the greatest one for eating apple tarts. She'd ate them as soon as they came out, and they'd be always real hot. And she wouldn't even give them time to cool down. And she'd cut it with a knife into the hand. And then she'd go. And she ate first 1 or 2 apple tarts. And about 3 days later, we were up down the sitting room and heard Jenny screaming from the bathroom, Nanny! Nanny! I said, what's wrong with that one now? We said, she have to run out toilet paper or something, or a big fat arse. And Nanny, what's wrong? We said, what's wrong with you? Oh, Jesus, my bum is sore. Oh, my bum is sore. I can't go toilet. I can't push. I said, what's wrong with that one now? Oh, I can't go push a poo-poos. So Nanny went up, and we gave her a drink of salty water and stuff to get her to go poo-poo. Oh, you couldn't. So she went all day, and her belly was killing. Oh, my belly is sore. And she slept next morning. She woke up, and her belly was in bits. Oh, jeez. And all day, oh, jeez, my boy, I can't go toilet. I can't go toilet. And we said, jeez, we better bring her to the doctor. So Mammy brought her into the doctor anyway. And the doctor said, did she eat anything unusual? And she says, yeah, I had 2 apple tarts. I said, would you normally eat them? I would, yeah, I'd love them. And did she eat anything else? She goes, no, that's all I ate. Well, there's something blocking you from having your poo. And then Nanny says, oh, me wedding ring. The doctor goes, what? I was making apple tarts, that's what it probably is. And so, no. So they got a metal detector. Listen, and they put a metal detector down near Jenny's arse. And know what Jenny did? Big fart, right? And know what came flying out? And then she was grand. She ran in the toilet and had a big poo-poo. That's a true story. The end.